Okay, so today we are going to go backwards with, having information about our graph, and then writing our hyperbola. But before we do that, we need to be able to take an equation and recognize what type of conic it actually is. All right, we know all of the conics now. We just need to be able to look at an equation and identify whether it's in standard form or not in standard form. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Let's look at these four equations. Okay. So number one, look at it. Think about it in your head. Anyone have an idea? An ellipse. Carl, I heard you first. Why is it an ellipse? Okay, first of all, we have x squared and y squared present. Second of all, they're both positive, so it's an ellipse. Okay. Let's look at number two. Look about it in front silently. What? Is it a parabola? We have a y squared. Do you see an x squared? No, so it's a parabola that opens. We're going to say it opens horizontally. Okay. If we move things over, it is going to open to the right because that coefficient of x is going to turn positive. Okay. Take a look at number three silently. Think about what it would be. Jason, what is it? I kind of agree. Okay, it is an ellipse because we have x squared and y squared, but more specifically, it is a circle because x squared and y squared have the same coefficients. Okay, on a quiz or test, if you put ellipse, you will get docked half because specifically it is a circle. Okay, and number four, everybody, what is it? Hyperbola. We have x squared and y squared present, however, one is negative. Which way is this going to open? Vertically, because the y squared is positive. Okay, so now we're going to actually do those examples where we're going to go backwards. So let's just remind ourselves of the standard form for our hyperbolas. So we either have x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. That's if it's horizontal. If it's vertical, what switches? The x and y. And the a squared and b squared stay put. Just like before, I prefer that you sketch some of the pictures so you can get an idea of what's going on. So in this case, we have vertices. And we have foci. from this picture? Our center has to be in between these. So our center is at the origin. Are we horizontal or vertical? We are horizontal. So I'm going to write x minus 0 squared minus y minus 0 squared equals 1. Now we just need our a squared and b squared. How far are our vertices from the center? So that gives us a. So 16 goes. What else can we get from this picture? C is 6. All right, now we need b squared. How can we relate a, b, and c? Okay, c squared is a squared plus b squared. I like how you suggested that. So c squared would be, a squared would be, so b squared is 20. You don't have to go any farther because we just going to put 20 right there. These problems are kind of similar to our ellipse problems, do you agree? The only thing that will be different is if they give us information about mass. Next problem. We have vertices at negative 2, 1 and 2, 1. Let's stop for a minute. What kind of hyperbola do we have? Horizontal. Wherever the vertices lie, if they're horizontal from each other, we're horizontal. If they're vertical from each other, they're vertical. So we have a horizontal hyperbola. Where is the center? Our center needs to be in between those vertices. So in this case, 0, 1. And we know, okay, what else do we know from the picture? A is 2. So let's write what we know. We have x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus 1 squared over b squared equals 1. Yeah. Now, all we know is 1, 2, 3, 4, is that it goes through the point 5, 4. That does not give us a foci. It's not our b value. So what we're going to have to do to find b is plug that point in. Okay? This is your third time around with these. If they give you a point, an extra point, more than likely you're going to have to plug it in. So we know that 5, 6, and 4 satisfies our equation. So we have 25/4 minus, what's 4 minus 1, the quantity squared? 1. Okay. How do you want to go about doing this? Cannot square root anything right now. Okay, you want to make a common denominator with everything? Sure, our common denominator would need to be 4b squared. So this would need a b squared. This would need a 4. And this is 4b squared over 4b squared. Okay? Now that all of our denominators are the same, we could worry about this equation in the numerator. So 25b squared minus 36 equals 4b squared. What's 4b squared minus 25b squared? Okay. So we can write our equation x squared over 4 minus y minus 1 squared over 36 21st. You could also write this as 21 y minus 1 squared over 36. We can reduce that, can't we? 36 over 21 reduces to 12/7. I'll accept either one. I can be flexible. Biggest thing, if I give you something to graph that looks like this second one down here, you need to acknowledge the fact that it's the same as b squared being 12 over 7. Okay? So make sure you know how to get from one to the other if you have to identify b. Any questions there? Alright, get to the hard one. Really not that bad. Just make us think a little bit. Here are our vertex points. What kind of hyperbola do we have? Okay, what else do we know? By just this picture. Our center is where? And A is 2. Okay, that's all we can get from the vertex. Now, we know what our asymptotes are. So 2/3 x. Y-intercept is 0. We're going to go up 2 over 3. Oh, that's convenient. Up 2 over 3. There's 1. And then the other one, 4 minus 2/3 x. So we have a y-intercept of 4, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. Okay. How do we get our slope? What numbers help us with our slope? A and B. We know that A is 2. So that means B has to be what? That means B has to be 3. Okay, if it helps you, you can draw the rectangle through A to get that shape, okay, with your diagonals. Figure out what B is, but just from the slope, you should be able to tell. Okay. Now, what if B was 4 and your slope was 2/3? Not B. If A was 4 and your slope was 2/3 in this picture, B would have to be 6. You would still need that ratio. Okay? So, our equation, x minus 3 squared over... Oh, nope, that is not right, is it? We are vertical. Seeing if you're paying attention. Y minus 2 squared over 4 minus x minus 3 squared over equals 1. Okay? A always comes with the positive. So it always comes first. Thank you. Any questions there?